absolutely perfect. And would you look at who's joined us? You are right on time. I have been so looking forward to seeing you. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Are you hungry at all? Well, you see, I made your very favorite. Cookies. Now, I think it's best if you just have one to start because we wouldn't want you to spoil your dinner. I made your favorite for that too. No, go ahead, silly goose. I made these just for you. I'll go slow. I can't tell you how much I've been waiting for you, how excited I've been to see you. Of course, silly. Your other mother loves you so very much. In fact, you've come here on the perfect day. You know why? I'll show you. Today, I got some new buttons in all different colors. You see, I thought that maybe, just maybe, you might want to stay here with me. But the only way that that can happen is, well, you have to get your buttons too, just like mine. Now you can pick any color you want. It could be pink. We have orange. And of course, there's black. Black is tradition. But if you wanted to spice things up a bit, we could do purple. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. No. I can tell just by looking at you that you've been through it. Your hair it's quite tangled, isn't it? And I do see just a little bit of dirt on those cute little cheeks. And your jacket looks like you've got a little bit of a tear. But never mind that. Your other mother will sew it right up for you. And then it'll be just good as new again. Okay? Okay. First, I say we start with this hair. It is quite a mess, isn't it? Now look at that. Doesn't that feel so much nicer when there's no tangles? Hey, now I need you to sit still. I'm gonna bear that you have quite a bit of dirt in your hair. How did that happen? I guess that's what you should expect from children, isn't it? Alright. I would say that's quite a bit better. Wouldn't you agree? It always feels better to be nicely kept and put together. But that's what I'm here for. Now, let's take a look at you and see what kind of condition we have you in here. Now, let's see. As if there's any part of you that needs some mending. Well, I'll be sure to take proper care. Luckily, Silly Goose, it looks like most of this is just dirt. We can get you cleaned off. No trouble. But I'm just making sure that none of these are actual imperfections or injuries. but it looks like we're in the clear. So, very well done. I'm just gonna clean them off. Stay still. One more little. There we go. Much better. You're such an angel. Alright. So now, as promised, let's take a look at this jacket. Can I trouble you to pull your arm out of your sleeve? Thank you. I wouldn't want you to get stuck. So, here. Here is our tear. Well, that's easy enough to mend, don't you think? Right. Alright, silly goose. So now I'm gonna need you to stay perfectly still. You think you can do that? Well, then why don't we make it a game? How about this? If you wiggle even the tiniest bit, then you lose. And you won't get to have another one of those delicious cookies. But if you can stay perfectly still, I'll let you have one more. How does that sound? Good. Almost done. All right. Just a snip and a snip. All right. Tuck your arm right back through. Perfect. Yellow is really quite the fetching color on you. Just darling. And of course, I didn't forget. Take a cookie. No, don't eat too quickly. And actually, how about some nice tea to wash that down? Careful there. It's good to go slowly. It's more polite. So now, how are you feeling now that your hair has been nicely brushed out? And your face cleaned? And your jacket stitched? You feeling more comfortable? Good. That is exactly what I want to hear. Because I definitely want you to be as comfortable as possible with me so that you will want to stay. Because I love you so very much. And your other mother wants you to stay here with her forever. Well, you don't have to come up with an answer right away. How about you think about it so that you can respond a little less rudely? You wouldn't want to make me cross. It always relaxes me having someone brush or play with my hair. And maybe that's just what you need. A little bit of assistance with relaxing. Well, there now. You're starting to look sleepier already. You know, you could do with just a little bit of a trim. Oh, don't worry. It's just a little bit. Just a little bit more, I think. Perfect. Well, now that you're looking a little bit more relaxed, have you decided on a color? Well, about we have just a tiny little bit more tea? Drink up. Good. More. Keep drinking. Now that should help calm your nerves. Oh, it's perfectly alright. If you're feeling a little bit woozy or dizzy, you see, it's a special tea. It has some medicinal properties and ingredients that are concocted and prepared specifically with the intention of helping you relax. In fact, it's going to help you relax so much that you might be finding it just a tiny bit difficult to move. Yes, that is the tea. It's not just your imagination, you silly goose. So, back to our buttons. Did you decide? Well, if you're not going to make up your mind, then I'm going to make it up for you. In which case, traditional black it is. I actually think that's quite special because it means that you and I will be matching. Isn't that fun? Well, you might not think so yet, but you can always change your mind. So, I'm just going to dust you off. I want you to be nice and hygienic, of course. Also, I'm going to use one of these disinfecting wipes. And don't worry, it only stings at first. Once it dries, you won't feel a thing. very, very still for me. This is going to fit just like so. Now, I know it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but there's no reason to throw a fit. You're only going to make it harder on yourself. Other side, of course. Full. Perfect. Now you're ready, and I don't have to worry about you blinking. Oh dear. Perfect. Your first button's done. Oh, don't you worry your sweet head. I can see perfectly. almost done. And there. Darling. Now, of course, we need to trim these threads. Of course, we need to remove your old eyes. Oh, don't be silly. You don't need them anymore, do you? Not now. You should be seeing perfectly. So now, let's get you ready for storage with the others. I'll keep you preserved for perhaps another child comes along that needs a friend. Or maybe I'll get lonely or bored. In this way, you won't get dusty. So, I think by now I've had enough of you with your crying and your fussing. So, silly goose. Have fun in the attic.